Hey everybody, this is Randall from Floribama Homestead and my wife, the camera lady, Michelle. And we're bringing this to you just a couple weeks late. We today are going to be planting our sweet onions that we get started with seed in the fall, and then we plant out right after our last hard freeze in the early spring. And what we have today is we have our Granex yellow onion. Now, what Granex yellow onion is, more people know this by the term Vidalia onion, but you can't call it a Vidalia onion unless it is grown specifically in Vidalia, Georgia. And the reason that its namesake like that is because of the mineral content that's in the soil in Vidalia, Georgia. It produces a very low sulfur onion, which makes it a sweeter onion. And that's the type of onion we like to grow here. So we don't say that we grow Vidalia onions, we just grow the variety that the Vidalia onion is grown from. But the Vidalia onion, the Granex yellow onion, is a very sweet onion. It doesn't have that high sulfur content that will burn your nose and burn your mouth. It's not hot when you eat it. You can almost eat it like an apple if you can stand to eat an onion like an apple. And I don't know about those people that try to do that stuff anyway. But what I wanted to show you today is the seed plat to start with. I took an old concrete pallet that I was going to throw away, and I started looking at the wood in it. And you see here I got about 4-inch wide boards, and then I took the pallet boards on the bottoms. Let me lift up the edge, you can see how the bottoms are configured. And I put those pallet slats under the bottoms. And if you notice, there's a little bit of a gap in between the boards, and that's so that the water can drain out easily, and it won't hold the water inside the soil. Because anytime you're starting seed, you don't want water to build up, because that creates root rot and also creates an environment for funguses to start. And you just want to stay away from all that. We put in here a potting soil mix just to start our seeds in. And today is October the 11th. We generally like to get our onions started third week of September. We were late because we got hit by a hurricane, and so we went without power, and I couldn't get my seed ordered. And typically, if I'm at work in Pensacola, I'll run to the big box store and I'll pick up a package of sweet Granex onion seed, because they generally stock it there in the seed display racks. But I couldn't get down there because I was working from home, because the base was without power, because I'm a contractor for the Navy now that I'm retired. But long story short, we are late getting these started because of the hurricane and everything that was going on with the hurricane. So my seeds just came in the mail yesterday. Today I wanted to do a video of us getting these seeds planted out. And so we got this pallet put together. This is what I did it in last time. Get down, Turnip. That's our cat, Turnip. I call him Turnip because he just turned up. He's a really sweet cat, but he wants to be in the shot right now. But okay, so back to planting these seeds. If you look right here on the edge of my box, the recommended seed spacing is a 1/2 inch, and I felt like 1/2 inch was too close. So we went with 1-inch spacings, and I tabbed that out, 1 inch between each seed, and then our rows are 1 inch apart. And our 300 onion seed will fit inside. It should fill up this entire seed plat. And then when we come back in February and we get ready to plant this stuff out into the garden, we just lift our little plants, seed, or roots and plant and all, and then we take that straight out into the garden. We'll plant it. I've already done videos on that in the past. I'll do another one this year when we plant our onions also. So I just used this tool that I had that I use for working my concrete with. And if I just lay this right down along my row guides, I can just kind of make a little indentation in the dirt. We're only planting seed at the recommended depth, which is 1/4 inch. So you can come along here and mark off all your rows at one time, or you can mark them off as you go. So we got 2 rows marked off here, and I'm not going to bore you with sitting here dropping seeds all the way throughout for the video. I just want to explain a little bit about growing onions in the southern climates. Here at Floribama Homestead, we are right on the Alabama-Florida state line, and we are in zone 8A. So if you are in zone 8 and you would want to try to grow some onions from seed, this is what you need to be doing right now. You should already have your seed. You could probably go to the big box store and maybe find some. If not, go on Amazon, eBay, or to a seed catalog somewhere and find the seeds that you like to grow. For us, it's the sweet Granex yellow onion, the Vidalia type of variety. All right, so if you want to see what onion seed look like, they just like little pieces of dark coal or dirt or something like that. So you just take one, and not every seed is going to be a good viable plant, but you just want to try to space one seed at the recommended spacing. Just drop those in the hole or in the row. Everywhere you have a mark, right here, I got my marks right along the board here, and just drop them right along the mark. Put those last couple in. We'll cover those up. Okay, so that's row 1. Now row 1, we just come back along, we just gently cover it up. Now when you're growing seeds, onion seeds, you don't want this to get hot. The recommended temperatures for growing seeds is between 45 degrees and 75 degrees. Right now our high in the daytime is 75 degrees. So I'm probably going to set these in the shade and keep it moderately moist right over the top until they start to sprout. Once they sprout, we'll give them a little bit of sun. So if I put them over here on the table, they're going to get just maybe 2 hours of evening sun, and then the pecan trees we have over here shaded. So we'll give them a little bit of sun to kind of get them through. But as the winter gets colder, what we do is we move them into our Florida room. And if you don't have a Florida room, you might have a greenhouse or some type of greenhouse type of enclosure that you can put your seeds in. The key is don't let them get too hot. Onions, they can take the cold. They can take right down to into the like 28, 29 degree freezing temperatures and do very little damage to them. They're very hardy. So, but they can't take the heat. You get up into the 90 degrees direct sun on these, it'll kill them, and you don't want to do that. So just keep that in mind whenever you're placing your seed racks somewhere, that while you're trying to grow out your onion sets. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna finish up getting these rows marked out. We're gonna be dropping our seeds. And if you find any of this information valuable, we encourage you that if you're not already a subscriber to our YouTube channel, just hit the subscribe button, set your bell's notification, and we're going to continue to bring updates on the stuff we're doing around the homestead. And if you find this interesting, we'd like for you to follow along with us. If you're already a member on our YouTube, you can also follow us and get some of our updates on Facebook, Floribama Homesteader. Just put that in your well, Michelle's giving me the nod. It's Floribama Homestead, but if you type in Floribama Homesteader, you can also find it because that's our Gmail address also. So either way, and we invite you to come join us on Facebook and follow along as we post stuff over there more often than we do on YouTube. But appreciate you watching.
Yeah.